Right, so I figured I'd make a little rebuttal video to all the haters that write tons and tons of hate comments on this issue. And we talked about some of these things, and some of them are myths. And some people misunderstand what I'm trying to say in the video. So I figured some of you guys are making a lot of comments, ask a lot of questions that are trying to do this, and this might answer some of them. First of all, I talk about insulating a building the fast and easy way, not the quote unquote right way. It's the fast and easy way. It's not for your house. It's not for your house attic. It's not for living space. It's for your shed or small building that you're trying to keep some of the heat out, and you don't really want to go through the whole process of putting in insulation and drywall. Okay, so that's going to settle a few of your comments that are putting in all this hate stuff. So this other thing is, guys go, you need an air gap between the radiant barrier and the wall. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So, or you don't put the radiant barrier towards the wall side. Well, that's going to depend on what you're trying to do. Again, there's no R rating on this product. It doesn't have it doesn't have it doesn't have it could be flammable. I don't know. So if you're doing welding in your shop, you probably might not want to put this on there. Okay. Another thing is this radiant barrier. Okay. They make something called OSB with radiant barrier on it. Okay. Does that have an air gap? Let's talk about that for a second. They have OSB. You guys know what OSB is? Let's look at some OSB. This is OSB. They have a OSB with radiant barrier. You can look that up on Home Depot. OSB with radiant barrier is code where I live in California. So if I'm putting in a roof, okay, if I'm putting up a new roof, I have to put in OSB with radiant barrier already on it. In other words, this whole side, if this was a roof, this would be foil. It would be attached to the wood. Is there any air gap in that? No. It is attached to the wood. So when it's attached to the wood, is it not foil on both sides of itself? It's foil on both sides. So the foil is actually attached to the wood. There's no air gap. And so I got guys saying, look, your shingles are going to what is it called? They're going to start lifting. Okay, why would they make it code for OSB that goes on your roof to have radiant barrier first, and then you put your insulation on the radiant barrier, and then you put your drywall on over that? Okay, that myth is busted right there. So guys that say, oh, well, it's gonna make your roof shingles go up, all that stuff, I'm really not thinking that that's going to be an issue. You know, you do this on your own. This is your idea. I'm just giving you the idea so that, you know, this works for me. Having this product in my, shoved between my rafters, between my walls like this, all I do is take it, shove it into place. That's it. Make it a little bit bigger and shove it into place. And it takes a lot of the heat. The heat doesn't come through my walls. That's what I'm interested in. If you're in a colder area, maybe you would want the radiant barrier in. Flip this over, because what it would do is then that would reflect the heat to keep it inside. I don't want mine like that. I want mine to keep the heat out. I live in a hot area, and that's the whole idea of doing this, and doing this the fast and easy way. I don't want to put up insulation and drywall. If you're in that idea, you might want to try it. They have this in 1/2 inch. They have it in 3/4 inch, I think, or they have it in 1 inch. They have it in a few different sizes. They have like a 3-inch thick one. And a friend of mine has a steel building that he uses as his little office for his tree trimming business. And he has the 1 inch, or no, not 1 inch. He has the 3-inch thick stuff all over everything. And he can use that he has a little wall air conditioner in there. And he can use that as an office. And it works great, you know. And he has the foam like this with the foil going towards the wood. And no, his paint doesn't peel off of his building. And no, it's no hotter than it was before. All it's doing is not allowing as much heat to go through the radiant barrier to the foam so it doesn't get as hot. Radiant barrier is not like a super fix-all for everything. It's to slow down the heat. Now, the city where I live in requires it for code to have OSB with radiant barrier on all your roof areas. So if you guys think it's going to make your shingles rip up or wrinkle, then that myth is busted, because it's foil on both sides. It's foil on the side you're looking at, but on the other side where it's glued to the wood, it's also foil. So if you need an air gap, if you need all that stuff, that myth is busted. Okay, that's not true. So a couple of more things we'll talk about. The one other thing is look, is this stuff fire safe? I don't know. I've never looked, because I'm not welding in here. I'm not really worried about it being fire safe. Take a piece of it, light it on fire, see if it works, see if it burns. If it burns, don't use it where you're going to be welding or you're going to be doing something here. It says right here, flame spread, smoke developed, install thickness, whatever. Read it, what it says, all right? It's not a big deal. It's, you know, it's got foam, plastic, you see surface characteristics. It says what it is on it. But it does work as a fast and easy way to use on your storage area of your garage, okay? I use it on my rafters in my garage. I use it on here in my shed. It's a good way to insulate and keep some of the stuff out, the heat out, so it doesn't get so hot in here, so everything in my storage area doesn't get all ruined, okay? And that's what I was trying to explain. And I get some people, oh, that's not the right way to do it, and all this other stuff. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, just think about what I was saying in the video. Does it say the right way to insulate your house? No, that would be using whatever your code is in your area and using the right product. This is just to help you keep your heat out. A good little way to do it. It's fast. It's easy. Talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.